Is Kelowna's housing market slowing down, or is it just reset? August brought some interesting numbers for 2025. Sales and inventory and prices are all showing clear signs of where the market is heading for the rest of the year. But let's break it down so you can see what it means if you're buying or if you're selling right now. And first off, total sales dropped by about 80 this month compared to what it was in July. That sounds like a big dip, but we're really still ahead of August 2024, when there was only 323 total sales. Inventories also slid down, where we're sitting at 3,849 active listings compared to just over 4,000 last month. So we're still well above the 10-year average. That was right around 3,000 homes. So buyers still have more choices now than they did in the past 10 years. And if we look ahead, history is telling us to expect more seasonal drops. 6% fewer listings in September, 7% in October, and a sharp 15% heading into December. If you want to stay ahead of the market, don't forget to subscribe to my weekly real estate email for insights. Right there in the comments, sign up for it, it'll come right to your inbox. That inventory drop is going to be a total around 32% by the time we get to December. Now, breaking it down, single family homes sales came in at 171, which is down from 212 what it was in July, and also below last August where it was at 163. But the good news, sale prices for detached homes are holding steady, and they're even creeping up in some segments. Inventory is sitting right now at 1,751, which is down a little bit from both July and last August, where we had around 1,850 active listings. And townhomes right now are feeling a little bit more of the pinch. Active listings hit 426, which is close to last year's numbers at 442, but well above in 2023, where we saw 315. So this is a mix of the infill strategy and also small-scale multi-unit housing, where we're starting to see more and more inventory on the townhome market come up. And still speaking about townhomes, sales have dropped to 47 in August, which was down from 61 in July. But it's about the same as what it was around last year at 45. So because of that, months of inventory and the additional supply, the months of inventory jumped from up to 9 from 7. So it's meaning that buyers still have a lot of leverage in this segment. We did see on the townhome market an influx of sales coming in early June and end of May, once the government of Canada announced the first-time home buyer rebate. A lot of these townhomes, especially in the new construction, are brand new, or a lot have been built in the last 5 years. So with that option, buyers chose to enter the marketplace. But when they realized that the first-time home buyer rebate wasn't all it was cracked up to be, it seems like everybody on the home buyers, for the first-time home buyers, just paused. And they're not actively looking right now. But condos are still the bright spot for us. Sales hit 101, which is the second month in a row where we hit 100. It took us all year to hit 100, and we finally did it 2 months back to back. And that's a big jump compared to 77 sales last August, and right on par with 100 sales back in August of 2023. But here's the catch. Inventory on the condo market is still climbing. We now have 896 active listings compared to 748 last year and just 529 in 2023. So while condos are selling, buyers also have more options to choose from. And a lot of this is coming from the short-term rental restrictions, where a lot of sellers decided to put their homes on the market because you can no longer rent them out on the short-term basis. But now, signs, the vacancy rate might be over 3% again in 2025. Short-term rentals might be coming back. So we might start seeing some of these properties coming off the market and being invested back into the short-term rental game. And if you're an investor, if you're somebody that maybe travels for work, this might be a good play. Target the ones where the stratas allow short-term rentals. And if the city reverses their rulings on the mandate and the city decides, because everything is telling me that we should expect anywhere from 5% vacancy rate all the way to 8% vacancy rate right now in Kelowna. So if you're a betting person, that might be one bet that I'd be willing to take. So what does this all mean? Detached homes are stable. Townhomes are tipping towards more of a buyer's market, and condos seem to start moving. But growing supply is still a buyer's market. So if you're planning to buy, you've got more choices than we've really seen in years. But the time is ticking, because as we're getting into the marketplace by December, we're going to see 32% less listings than what we're seeing right now. So more, and if you're selling, pricing strategy is everything right now. If you want to stay ahead of the market, don't forget to subscribe to my weekly real estate email for insights. Right there in the comments, sign up for it. It'll come right to your inbox. Please reach out if you do have any questions on the real estate market, anything I can ever do for you. My name is Mark Coons with Selling Kelowna Real Estate.